on Madden NFL 24.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent. That was their first third-down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third-down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. They begin with a run by Davis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Casey. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Casey. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting him know.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Davis now to return it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
The Giants at 12-3 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 on Giants touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fast. If you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now this throw caught left side, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Inside give to Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Casey. They'll set up the screen to Davis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Watson. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To throw is Prescott. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, it's Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And New York set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points.
They've got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to throw. Casey. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Flush to his right. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Davis will score. Touchdown, New York.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've come upon halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
And they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let-up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Looking to throw. Casey. And a throw there going to be incomplete. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there. Fights off the defender. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, we're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action now, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
1st down, Dallas.
Now Williams running left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
Prescott to throw it.
Left side to Lamb.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And New York set to take the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. He's going to keep this again.
Holding offense.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help. Grab it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Throwing on 3rd and long. Casey going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Yeah, he'll try to run with this. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They pitch it to Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Giants are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now out come the Giants. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Tosses the out route here to Gallup.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. And he works free. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing. Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted.
Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, Bob, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. So a victory here for